And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
Speak to the children of Israel, saying, when any being sins by mistake against any of the commands of Yahweh, which are not to be done, and shall do any of them.
If the anointed Cohen sins, bringing guilt on the people, then he shall bring to Yahweh for his sin, which he has sinned, a young bull, a perfect one, as a sin offering. And he shall bring the bull to the door of the tent of appointment before Yahweh, and shall lay his hands on the bull's head, and shall slaughter the bull before Yahweh. And the anointed Cohen shall take some of the bull's blood and bring it to the tent of appointment. And the Cohen shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle some of the blood 7 times before Yahweh in front of the veil of the Kodesh place. And the Cohen shall put some of the blood on the horns of the altar of sweet incense before Yahweh, which is on the tent of appointment, and pour the blood of the bull at the base of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tent of appointment. Then he takes all the fat of the bull as a sin offering, the fat that covers the entrails, and all the fat that is on the entrails, and the 2 kidneys and the fat that is on them by the loins, and the appendage on the liver, which he removes with the kidneys, as it was taken from the bull of the peace offering. And the Cohen shall burn them on the altar for the burnt offering. But the skin of the bull and all its flesh with its head and legs, its entrails and dung, all the bull shall be brought outside the camp to a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn it on wood with fire. Where ashes are poured out, it is burned. And if the entire congregation of Israel strays by mistake, and the matter is hidden from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done any of the commands of Yahweh which are not to be done, and shall be guilty, when the sin which they have sinned becomes known, then the assembly shall bring a young bull for the sin, and bring it before the tent of appointment. And the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands on the head of the bull before Yahweh, and the bull shall be slaughtered before Yahweh. And the anointed Cohen shall bring some of the bull's blood to the tent of appointment. And the Cohen shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before Yahweh in front of the veil, and put some of the blood on the horns of the altar which is before Yahweh, which is in the tent of appointment, and pour all the blood at the base of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the door of the tent of appointment. Then he shall take all the fat from it, and shall burn it on the altar. And he shall do with the bull as he did with the bull as a sin offering, so shall he do it. And the Cohen shall make atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. And he shall bring the bull outside the camp, and burn it as he burned the first bull. It is a sin offering for the assembly. When a ruler sins, and by mistake has done any of the commands of Yahweh his Elohim, which are not to be done, and shall be guilty, or if his sin which he hath sinned is made known to him, then he shall bring as an offering a buck of the goats, a male, a perfect one. And he shall lay his hand on the head of the goat, and slaughter it at the place where they slaughter the burnt offering before Yahweh. It is a sin offering. And the Cohen shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and shall put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offerings, and pour out its blood in the base of the altar of burnt offerings, and burn all the fat on the altar, like the fat of the slaughtering of a peace offering. And the Cohen shall make atonement for him for his sin, and it shall be forgiven him. And if any being of the people of the land sin by mistake, by doing any of the commands of Yahweh which are not to be done, and shall be guilty, or if his sin which he had sinned shall be made known to him, then he shall bring as his offering a female goat, a perfect one, for his sin which he has sinned. And he shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering, and slaughter the sin offering at the place of burnt offering. And the Cohen shall take some of the blood with his finger, and shall put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and pour out the blood at the base of the altar. Then remove all its fat, as the fat is removed from the slaughtering of a peace offering. And the Cohen shall burn it on the altar for a sweet fragrance to Yahweh. And the Cohen shall make atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he brings a lamb as a sin offering, he brings a female, a perfect one. And he shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering, and slaughter it as a sin offering at the place where they slaughter the burnt offering. And the Cohen shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and shall put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and pour all the blood at the base of the altar. Then he removes all the fat, as the fat of the lamb is removed from the slaughtering of the peace offering. And the Cohen shall burn it on the altar, according to the offering made by fire to Yahweh. So the Cohen shall make atonement for his sin that he has sinned, and it shall be forgiven him.